Have you ever wondered why some gardens seem to thrive effortlessly while others struggle year after year? It's not luck, it's not magic, and it's certainly not about buying the most expensive fertilizers or gadgets. There is a method, old as time itself, that allows ordinary people to grow extraordinary gardens with almost zero costs. And the best part? It's completely sustainable, self-fertilizing, and improves over time. Today, we're diving deep into this ancient gardening secret, showing you how you can transform your backyard into a highly productive oasis without spending a fortune, without modern chemicals, and without the endless watering that leaves most gardeners exhausted. This isn't a gimmick. This is a system that has worked for centuries across different cultures, hidden in plain sight, overlooked by modern industry because it threatens to make a lot of products unnecessary. Let's start at the beginning. In the soil itself, the foundation of this secret lies in understanding how nature grows its most resilient plants. Look at any untouched forest or thriving meadow, and you'll notice something remarkable. Plants are never uniform, yet they flourish. Trees reach incredible heights. Flowers bloom with vibrant colors, and the ground is covered in a layer of decaying organic matter that seems chaotic. Yet it's the most fertile environment imaginable. The key is in decomposition. When leaves fall, branches break, and what starts to rot, the ecosystem absorbs it, recycles it, and stores water, nutrients, and energy in a way that sustains life without human intervention. This is the principle behind the ancient method we're about to reveal. But before we jump into construction, let's address the problem most gardeners face today. Raised beds, pots, and store-bought soil all seem convenient, but they come with hidden costs. Every year, soil loses nutrients, wood rots, and expensive fertilizers leach away after every rain. Irrigation systems break, hoses crack, and you're left spending more money and effort just to maintain the basics. What if there was a way to set up your garden once, using materials that are often considered garbage, and have it get better every single year, producing more food without you lifting another shovel than traditional methods would in a decade? This is exactly what our ancient technique achieves. Step 1 is choosing your site. Ideally, pick a sunny area, but this method is versatile enough to work in partial shade too. The focus is not on perfect symmetry or flat surfaces. In fact, slight slopes are ideal because they create where some plants get more sun and warmth while others enjoy cooler, shaded conditions. Once the site is chosen, gather your base materials. You'll need fallen branches, old logs, leaves, and organic scraps. These materials are often free. Municipalities, tree services, and neighbors are happy to give away wood and yard debris. What might look like a pile of trash is actually a treasure trove of nutrients waiting to be activated. The trick is in layering. Start with the thickest, oldest logs at the bottom. Place them tightly together, minimizing air gaps. Smaller branches and twigs fill the cracks, creating a dense, supportive base. This structure mimics the forest floor, where fallen trees gradually decompose, holding water and providing structural support for plants. The next layer is your nitrogen source. This is crucial because decomposition needs fuel. Grass clippings, kitchen scraps, compost, manure, or even coffee grounds work perfectly. Spread this evenly over the wood, ensuring that fungi and bacteria have what they need to start breaking down the material. The decomposition process generates heat, and this warmth is a natural advantage for your plants, especially in cooler climates. Once the nitrogen layer is in place, add a layer of leaves, straw, or other brown organic matter. This balances the green nitrogen layer and creates the perfect environment for soil organisms to thrive. Finally, cap the mound with a few inches of soil or compost. Stay thinner, the better. This is where your plants will root. Unlike raised beds, this layer doesn't need to be thick. The mound's internal structure provides water retention and nutrients over time. Planting is next, and here's where strategy pays off. Place heavy feeders like tomatoes, zucchini, and pumpkins where decomposition is strongest. They will thrive on the initial surge of nutrients and heat. Lighter feeders, herbs, and leafy greens can be positioned on cooler edges or north-facing slopes. Over time, as the wood continues to rot and fungal networks expand, water retention increases naturally, and your plants require less manual irrigation. One fascinating aspect of this system is the fungal network that establishes itself. Fungi colonize the decomposing wood, spreading through the mound and connecting with plant roots. This network acts like a hidden irrigation and nutrient system, transferring water, nitrogen, and minerals to wherever they are needed. It's a natural internet of life, underground, invisible, but incredibly powerful. By the second year, most gardeners find that watering needs drop dramatically. By year 3, some report almost no irrigation at all except during extreme drought. The soil has darkened, earthworm populations explode, and plants grow stronger and healthier than ever before. Now let's talk about time. Unlike raised beds that decline in productivity and require ongoing inputs, these mounds improve every year. As decomposition continues, nutrient cycling becomes more efficient. Soil structure loosens, water retention increases, and the system becomes You can even layer new mounds on top of older ones, starting fresh cycles without losing the fertility built over years. This method is also extremely resilient. Sudden heat waves, unexpected frost, or heavy rains have far less impact because the internal structure of the mound buffers temperature and moisture extremes. The buried wood acts like a sponge and thermal blanket, stabilizing conditions for your plants. In terms of output, gardeners using this method often report yields that are multiple times higher than traditional garden beds of the same size. Cucumbers, tomatoes, squash, and even subtropical plants can thrive in regions where conventional wisdom says they shouldn't. The system leverages natural processes that modern agriculture has largely forgotten: decomposition, fungal networks, microbial life, and water storage. It's cost-effective too. The materials wood leaves, scraps are free, and the labor, while physical at first, pays off for decades. Over a 10-year period, a raised bed might cost hundreds or even thousands of dollars in soil, fertilizer, and water. A mound built with this method costs next to nothing but delivers higher yields, lower maintenance, and long-term soil health. What's most surprising is how easy it is to adapt. The principles remain the same whether you're gardening in a small backyard, a larger plot, or even on terraces in challenging terrain. The system scales, and it scales well. You can build one mound or a network of mounds across your property, each improving year after year, feeding both your plants and the soil life that supports them. Another key element is observation. Unlike conventional gardening where you follow rigid schedules, this method rewards attention. Watch how your mound settles after rain. Notice how plants grow in relation to decomposing wood, and adjust your planting strategy based on microclimates within the mound. This iterative process is part of the magic. Over time, the mound teaches you about soil, plants, and natural processes in a way no textbook ever could. It connects you to the rhythm of life in the garden. The method also encourages sustainability. By using materials that would otherwise be discarded, you reduce waste. You eliminate dependency on chemical fertilizers and external irrigation. You create habitat for beneficial insects, earthworms, and microorganisms that improve your garden's resilience. And perhaps most importantly, it reconnects people with how nature really works. No expensive tools, no synthetic chemicals, no complicated technology, just understanding the basic principles of decomposition, layering, and water management. The garden becomes a living system, self-sustaining, improving, and rewarding. Imagine walking into your garden next year. The soil darker, the plants taller, the harvest richer, knowing that your work is paying dividends for decades to come. Imagine teaching your children or sharing with neighbors the principles that will allow gardens to flourish without continuous spending, without dependency, without struggle. This is the power of ancient gardening knowledge. It's hidden in plain sight, overlooked by modern methods, but waiting for those willing to pay attention and act. The method is simple in concept, but powerful in practice. Build the mound, layer your materials, plant strategically, observe, and let nature do the rest. The mound doesn't just feed your plants, it feeds the soil, the microorganisms, the entire ecosystem around it. Year after year, it grows stronger, more fertile, and more productive. This isn't a one-time harvest. It's a long-term investment in productivity, sustainability, and harmony with nature. By following these steps, anyone can transform a neglected patch of land into a thriving garden, producing more food with fewer inputs, less effort, and no financial drain. You don't need to buy expensive soil, fertilizers, or irrigation kits. You don't need advanced tools or permits. The secret lies in observation, in understanding the natural processes that have sustained life for centuries, and in using what's already available around you. In the end, the garden rewards patience, consistency, and respect for nature. The results speak for themselves: healthier plants, higher yields, lower costs, and a thriving ecosystem that continues to improve with every season. This is more than gardening. It's a return to natural wisdom, a way to grow abundant food without destroying the planet, and a method that ensures your garden improves rather than Those who adopt it quickly realize that what was once considered waste becomes the most valuable resource, and what seemed like labor turns into long-term gain. This ancient secret has the power to transform your backyard into a self-sustaining paradise, where the soil remembers, the plants flourish, and every year brings more abundance than the last. By embracing it, you not only grow more food with zero costs, but you also reconnect with the timeless rhythms of nature, rediscovering what humans have known for centuries. The best gardens are alive, resilient, and It's time to stop buying into the modern gardening trap. Stop spending endlessly on products that promise results but only deliver maintenance, and start building a garden that grows better every year with what you already have. The secret is simple, yet profound. Observe nature, layer wisely, plant strategically, and let the ecosystem do the rest. Your garden will reward you, season after season, with more abundance, less effort, and a connection to the natural world that no store-bought soil or fertilizer can replicate.